Go. Brilliant.
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
It's cool.
Finish the job, James. Blow them all to hell.
You still just hanging out playing Nintendo?
Look at that.
They got the Monkees. They were a major influence on the Beatles.
Yeah, I know.
It's your choice. Yes. And it's the choice of a new generation.
Door, Alec! There's a draft!
Holy shit! Let's see if you bastards can do 90.
Be careful, you clumsy twat. Them tunes ain't spaggage.
How we doing? Oh wow, mirrors. Hello, hello.
It would take at least 5 people to go over that limit.
Well, if you must know, I'm in my second year of med school, and I'm training for the summer games. What are you two up to?
So I turned to pot, hoping it would solve my problems. But you know something? The only thing it fixed was my life.
I'm talking about a little place called Aspen.
But scientists don't smoke pot. We do. And that's the difference.
It's her! Wolf?
Sniper Wolf.
Yes, it's her. It's definitely her.
Presto. Oh, that's magic. Thank you so much. Oh, what a combo, man.
I'm sick and tired of having to eke my way through life. You spilled the salt. That's what's the matter. Spilling the salt is very bad luck.
Let's run.
Who's the dead man that hit me with the salt shaker?
Oh, that's just what you were led to believe. He was killed by the CIA for selling smack to Nazis.
Look, all I'm saying is if you still want to smoke pot, then be prepared to spend a lot of time laughing with your friends. Think about it.
Jesus! Where?
Let God sort him out.
Dude.
Dude?
Dude. 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 Dude.
Dude.
That's bullshit, Mom.
And we're gonna make a new rule.
Sarah Connor.
I said talk to me, damn it, or else I'm gonna throw you in the fire!
You stupid bitch, you filthy slut! That's it. I've had it with this dump.
My turn.
My turn.
My turn!
Kick his ass, Seabass!
Kashmir, Rajneesh, is it how many minutes for the burrito again?
I'll be back.
Come on. Do it! Do it!
For Radmobile.
How can we ever repay you?
I have an idea.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last?
That's what made you did.
I lied.
He said shut your holes.
Alright, fellas.
I got a very bad feeling.
We're back for another exciting episode. Well, I hope it's exciting. Okay, just always checking that volume. Making sure the volume's okay. Gotta check, gotta check. Oh, it's brilliant. Wait, wait. Was that on? Was that on? Okay. I want to make sure all that's on. The time circuits are on. Time circuits are on. Alright, let's see how we roll. Let's see how we roll. Time for episode 3. How nice. Rolling on to episode 3. Here we go. Oh, hopefully they have the power of love on this one or something. Some dark brown invented a time machine. Oh, is this the future? Oh, just hearing that sound, that classic Back to the Future themes. Oh, wow. Oh, it's classic Back to the Future themes. Fuck yeah, it's so good. That's right. The DeLorean and smashed into the sign, and that's not a good sign. I bet it like needs epic repairs and shit now. That's gonna keep you trapped in that time for a long time.
Doc.
Relax. We've got everything under control.
Wow. It's like some kind of dystopian Aldous Huxley, Brave New World style kind of a universe. Everything is good.
Citizen Brown. That's Doc, all right, but what the heck's going on here? Don't worry, everybody. I'm okay. The billboard broke my fall. This is the dumbest design ever.
Oh. Oh, wow. Carl Sagan.
Hello? She can't hear me. I gotta get out of this death trap.
Gotta get out of this death trap.
It's already open. It's jammed.
Oh yeah, the horn?
What the hell?
Hey, could you give me a Jennifer?
DeLorean. I haven't seen one of those since. What the hell? Oh, it's DeLorean.
Jennifer, I need some help.
Martin? It is you.
Martin?
Is that a DeLorean?
Yes.
Well, yeah, it's a DeLorean. What else would it be?
How the hell did it get into the billboard like that?
Never mind that. Just give me a hand, okay?
So who are you supposed to be? Luke or Bo?
This isn't funny, Jennifer.
Uh.
Can you help me down?
Why don't you just jump?
I'll break my neck.
And?
I'll break my neck. Do you have anything useful?
The door's jammed. Can you get it open?
I can't reach it. Besides, I'm not climbing under the car. It could come down on my head.
Alright.
You got any rope you can toss me?
All I have is this rusty wrench thing I found in the dirt.
Tire iron. I think that'll do. Toss it here.
Oh, back off, Martin. This is my whatchamacallit. What do you give me for it?
May I please have the tire iron?
The tire who?
The big metal thing you're holding.
Oh, right. As soon as you offer up a decent trade.
Oh,
Oh, gee whiz, okay.
what are you doing down there?
Not that you'd ever understand it, but I'm doing my part to support the arts in Hill Valley. Anyway, what's the technical term for attempting to jump your DeLorean through a billboard? Where did you even get a DeLorean? Is it stolen?
That's a little complicated.
I bet.
Oh man, what's the date?
What? That's something I should be asking you. You've probably wrecked your head.
Just what's the date, Jennifer?
It's the 15th.
The year?
1986. Duh.
Gosh.
Oh man, this can't be happening.
It's only 1986 still. Seriously,
Jennifer,
damn
please,
time.
this is serious.
This tire thing really has some value to you, huh?
At the moment, yes.
Then it better be a pretty good trade.
Jennifer, you look so different.
That's the general idea of being a nonconformist.
That's not what I meant.
What are you getting at?
Oh gosh.
What's with the attitude?
I'm not having this argument again.
You've argued about this before? I'm guessing you won the argument. What'd you do to your hair?
Helter skelter.
What?
It's the same hair dye I always use.
What are you wearing, Jen? You look so...
Fed up? Keen eye you got there.
I was gonna say punk.
A whole world
Punk.
alien to the likes of you, dork.
That's
Never mind.
hilarious.
I gotta get out of this car.
Good idea.
All right, let me think this through.
Don't strain your brain, Geekzilla.
Alright, what can we throw down?
Jennifer! This is all I got.
Is there anything in it? Give it here.
And it said hard, like, what was it, like we were hurting alcohol.
Smells like armpits and booze. Irving Kid Tannen, the gangster? Where the hell did you get this?
It's a long story. Can I just have the tire iron now?
Heads up.
Thanks.
Oh, what a catch.
Oh, great. Now what? Oops. Oh.
Ah, what's it gonna be like going through time without a window? Just throw a bit of cardboard on there, it'll be alright.
Well,
Bit of duct tape and cardboard
my
or
debt to
something.
society is paid. As for you, good luck with your car. Way to stick it to Big Brother. Just don't expect your sudden cry for attention to change anything between us. Dig?
Doesn't change what?
It's
Look,
the way to
Jennifer,
say-
I think there are some things we need to talk about. Hey, maybe
It's the way to
you
put
give
it to
me a
Big
lift and a
Brother.
tip?
Oh, sure, Martin. Climb on in.
Hey, Jennifer,
I
wait!
told you, we're through, McFly. I'll never date such a square again.
My own girlfriend thinks I'm a square? Jesus, could this get any worse? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Doc, I could really use your help right about now.
Relax. We've got everything under control.
Over the wall into Hill Valley. Gee whiz.
Well, at least one of the hover wheels work.
Gosh, the DeLorean's a wreck.
Dead. May 15th, 1986. Yeah, the date's right, but
Oh no.
that's not good.
Bidoo-bidoo-bidoo.
Man, this is the second time I've completely destroyed Doc's time machine. I just shouldn't be allowed to drive it anymore. These walls couldn't possibly go around the entire city, could they?
We're gonna go back in time. Well, let's have
Okay,
a
good.
look.
This could be useful. Now, think, Marty, think.
How's this gonna be useful?
Now that it's off the car, it looks like the power cables for the hover system have disconnected. Now that it's off the car, it looks like the power cables for the hover system have disconnected. I don't think that... I hope there's something salvageable here. I don't think that's gonna buff out.
What else is there? That's all. Hill Valley. Storm the gates.
How the hell do you get through these?
Storm the gates! Yo, Doc, it's Marty.
Check. Sibilance.
Who is this? Stop messing with the intercom.
Oh, hi. Can you buzz me in?
Visitors must check in at the north gate.
Oh, North Gate? I'm not walking clear around Hill Valley. There's gotta be another way.
There's gotta be another way. Far out. Gotta get over the wall.
These walls couldn't possibly go around the entire city.
Damn. The hell? What else does the wheel do?
Well, now that it's off the car, it looks like the power cables for the hover system have disconnected.
Right. Interesting. What do the hints say? The wheel is a good start, but needs power, righto. All the time machine power comes from the components. Dig around in the back of the car until you find the battery. Oh, righto.
I don't think that's gonna buff out.
Dig around the car until you find the battery.
I don't think that's gonna buff out. I don't think that's gonna...
What the hell?
don't think that's gonna buff out.
What a heap of crap.
Well, now that it's off the car, it looks...
Dig around the back of the car until we find the battery. Oh, wait. Got it.
12 volts. Wait, this is the car battery? It must have been installed in 2015
Oh, we
with the
did
Mr.
it.
Fusion. Still has plenty of juice.
Mr. Fusion. How does
Let's
this
see
work?
here. Red to positive, black to negative. Whoa!
Oh, wicked. It's like a hoverboard.
Far out.
Oh, wow, there it goes.
Okay, Doc, let's see what kind of nightmare alternate timeline I've landed in this time. Okay, Marty. Nothing to be afraid of. It's just an alternate hill valley that's turned my girlfriend into a punk rock vandal. That doesn't mean it's full of post-apocalyptic biker gangs run by armies of Biff clones. Just take a deep breath and remember, we gotta find Doc.
We gotta find Doc. Hey, nice life preserver. Everyone drives golf cart buggies. What the hell? What is this place?
It's so
Grove discipline.
clean.
Good morning, citizen.
Good morning to you too, citizen.
Good morning, citizen. Oh, this is heavy, Doc.
What's going on here, Doc? Jeez, my Hill Valley never looked this good.
Watch where you're going, citizen.
Sorry. Mr. Parker.
That's Officer Parker to you, Martin.
Mr.
Now
Parker.
what's with the outfit? It's Thursday.
Yeah?
Polo shirt Thursday. You're out of uniform. That's a violation of Civic Ordinance 9EEE.
Polo
And
shirt
you're not wearing an
Thursday.
ID, in direct violation of Ordinance WB 714. What are you up to, citizen?
Polo shirt.
Are you on the pot, citizen? Put your arms up.
Are you
Spread
on
your
the
legs.
pot, citizen?
What are you doing?
Quiet. Hold still. Nothing. What's your deal today, McFly?
What's with the pat down?
Have you seen Jennifer?
What's it to you? I thought she broke up with you.
Yeah, well, I need to talk to her about that.
Good luck finding her. I usually don't see her unless she's racking up demerits for her art.
For art.
Can you tell me where I can find Doc, Citizen Brown?
Are you sure you're an honor student? Where do you think he is at this time of day?
At work?
That's right. Working at the courthouse.
Courthouse.
Heavy.
Heavy. This is heavy, Doc.
Hey, what's with the pat down? What do you think, I'm packing heat?
Heat, contraband.
Contraband?
You know. Booze, smokes, bubblegum, dogs, circus
Bubblegum
peanuts.
is illegal?
Come on, McFly. You're smart enough to know that ignorance
Think,
of the
McFly,
subordinate
think!
2XM isn't an excuse.
Since when are you a cop? I thought you were a shoe salesman.
Are you on something? I've always been a cop, just like my pa.
Great, I've turned my girlfriend's dad into a cop.
I thought you were a shoe salesman. Hello? Anybody home? Think, McFly, think.
I've got to finish my beat. Are you gonna make trouble for me today?
No.
No what?
No, sir.
That's right, citizen.
There's like 20 recycling bins. Explore the brave new Hill Valley. Find dog.
I'm all for recycling, but this is out of control.
Oh, wait, citizen. Are you about to throw something away? Make sure you use the correct receptacle. Hill Valley takes pride in its diverse waste management system. What is the aluminum content of that can? Make sure it goes into the correct blue receptacle. Is that green, clear, or amber glass? It makes a difference. Remember that all consumable wrapping is tagged with a microchip to help us automatically police litter.
To police litter. Oh wow, this is brilliant, isn't it?
Having fun, kid?
Ah, who said that?
Attempting to destroy public landmarks is a violation of C-64.
I wasn't trying to destroy it.
Take your demerit.
Oh wow. Motherfuckers are fast too. The fuckers are fast too. Reminds me of Demolition Man. Woo, do we get another demerit?
Leave the statue alone.
All right.
All right. Oh wow, stack of demerits. Do we hit it once more and it's all good, or I don't know, we'll hit it once more, see what happens, eh?
I can do this all day, kid.
So can I.
Maybe we get something out of it.
What's the problem, citizen?
What's the problem?
Wrong number.
It's the power of love. Dun, 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 dun.
I can do this all day, kid.
So can I.
So can I. Okay, I think we got like heaps of the demerits anyway, yeah. Not sure what it's gonna
They
do.
look like parking tickets. Do I gotta pay a fine or something?
where else we go here? Citizen Plus program.
Citizen Plus.
What is this?
Citizen Plus.
Your life is... Oh. Controls are a bit funny. All Citizens Bank. The billboard on the outskirts of town gave you a hint about where to find Doc. Oh gosh. Probably works at the courthouse or something, okay? I'll hit the soup place now.
Soups and more. Wholesome soups, fresh vegetables, and soy-based imitation meats. Good thing I'm not hungry.
Oh wow. It's almost kind of like how the future is now. Gonna go back in time.
Remember to keep your name badge on at all times. Not only does it make every citizen seem like your neighbor and friend, it grants you passage at the 3 main city access points. Hill Valley is the country's first fully incorporated gated city. In 1966, Hill Valley petitioned for a special regional exemption from state legislation. Using a tax and property law loophole, the city of Hill Valley managed to consolidate itself into a gated community with special allowances for business and residential zoning. To date, we
cannot go any further. Shucks, gee whiz, where else do we go, hey? The reading room. Emmett Brown Industries. The Conformist. I guess it's like a hairdresser or something. Ministry of Tourism. Oh, Ben. Okay.
The original clock tower was dedicated in 1885, with the motion first started at 8 p.m. on September 5th that same year. The clock tower was once struck by a bolt of lightning on November 12, 1955, damaging the clock motion beyond conventional repair. During the downtown renovation project of 1976, the damaged
That's right, they wanted to save the clock tower, didn't they?
modern clock was installed as the window to the mayoral office. Look up. You just might catch a silhouette pacing behind the glass. That's First Citizen Brown, pondering how to make your future better.
Oh wow. Pondering how to make your future better.
Step away from the decycling bin, citizen.
Decycling?
Final resting place for all contraband within Hill Valley, the decycling bin ensures that socially toxic items will never find their way back into the hands of the general public in any way, shape, or form.
Oh wow.
So it's where all the cool stuff goes to die.
If by cool you mean dangerous, then yes.
If you mean all the cool stuff, you mean by dangerous. Oh,
I've got to
what the
finish
hell
my
is that?
beat.
No. No, sir.
That's right, citizen.
That's right, sis.
It's got my name on it. They couldn't do anything with this.
Oh.
I can only trust Doc with this notebook.
Marty and Jennifer.
Like, I want to remind anyone that the new me couldn't get a date to prom. I don't think they'd be interested in
Interesting. A politician of some sort. He probably works at the courthouse, yeah. Use the buzzer near the courthouse gates and see if someone will let you in. I sure hope so. Come on, let us in.
Hill Valley Courthouse. How may I help you, citizen?
I need to see Doc, or Citizen Brown.
Do you have an appointment?
No, but...
Then I'm afraid you'll have to wait your turn. Citizen Brown's a very busy man.
That voice sounds familiar.
Oh, wow. Is it Citizen Brown? Oh, it's Biff.
Biff?
Oh, wow.
Doc?
Pals of Doc.
Doc, wait! I need to talk to you.
Oh, shucks. Why was Biff with him, damn it? Damn, why is he hanging out with Biff? Biff! Oh gee whiz, where is he now? Oh, here he is.
Biff?
Hey, you're George and Lorraine's youngest. Martin, right?
What? You don't know
Martin,
me?
right?
Only by reputation. Brown Cadet of the Month, 3 months running. Impressive. Are you interested in the Citizen Plus program?
Nice clothes. You lose a bet or something?
What do you mean? I'm wearing what everyone's wearing. It's Polo Shirt Thursday. You, my friend, are out of uniform.
So I've heard.
Yeah, well, there's always tomorrow. Hawaiian Shirt Friday.
Great.
Hawaiian Shirt Friday. Great.
Listen, Biff, that car I saw you get out of, was that Doc Brown in there with you?
Ah, Doc. That should be his new nickname. But yeah, that was Citizen Brown. What an inspirational guy.
How'd you get FaceTime with him? He seems so busy.
You got that right, Martin. Citizen Brown's a busy, busy guy. But unfortunately, I'm a special case. See, Martin, I used to be a real bad apple. A real butthead.
A real butthead.
You a butthead? No.
What can I say, Martin? I was always getting into trouble. Too much trouble, what with the booze, the partying, the women. Even my dogs were a pack of trouble. Pack, get it?
Yeah. What does this have to do with Citizen Brown?
Well, after getting in so much trouble, the authorities, they took me in to see Citizen Brown and gave me an ultimatum. Citizen Plus or bust.
No more old Biff.
Do you think I could get to see Citizen Brown if I did all the bad stuff you used to do?
I guess, but why would you want to act like that?
So, about all the bad things you used to
Gosh, Martin, I really don't like dredging up the past. But, alright, if it'll help you make a decision about Citizen Plus.
Right. Tell me about the illegal substances.
You said something about booze?
Beer, rum, whiskey, wine coolers, you name it, I drank it. Not only did I drink it, I smuggled it into Hill Valley too.
Chip off the old block, huh?
Used to be I'd knock your block off for a comment like that. But yeah, I guess I was following in Pop's crummy footsteps.
Pop's crummy footsteps.
What kind of trouble did you get into with women? They weren't hookers?
No, nothing like that. It's just that I wasn't always discreet about my affections.
What?
Public displays of affection, Martin. You know, necking and such.
That's illegal?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So there's no booze in Hill Valley.
So there's no booze in Hill Valley?
Nope. Sure, someone tries to sneak some in every now and then, but cops like Officer Parker over there always catch them sooner or later.
Nice.
Why'd your dogs get you in trouble? You weren't running dog fights, were you?
No, nothing that bad. I just used to have a lot of dogs.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, other than them keeping the neighbors up all night, lunging at old people, and eating all the squirrels in the park. In fact, I'm ashamed to say it was my out-of-control dogs that were directly responsible for the banning of dogs throughout Hill Valley.
You don't sound very ashamed.
Oh, I am. Very, very ashamed.
Let's change the subject.
Thanks. I don't like talking about my old nasty self.
No more old Biff.
So you won't break any rules anymore?
Can't. The Citizen Plus treatment makes it physically impossible for me to break rules.
How so?
Now I get physically ill if I try to break a rule.
Oh.
So, about all the bad things you used to...
Gosh, Martin Plus.
Oh, no.
Thank...
How's your re-education holding up?
Still incapable and uninterested in breaking the rules.
Breaking the rules. How about a beer?
Sure you aren't craving a beer?
I do kind of miss beer. On second thought, blah.
You used to be a real bruiser.
That's all behind me now.
So what? You wouldn't even defend yourself?
I don't know if I could, actually.
Wuss.
Oh, you're just aching to find out, though. Don't torment me.
It's like Clockwork Orange style. Oh, poor
You
Biff.
get used to this.
Please, Martin, don't make me angry.
All right, Biff. You're off the hook this time.
You're off the hook this time.
See you later, Biff.
Bye, Martin.
Oh, what do we got here?
What's Jen up to now?
What the hell was that? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Rebel.
Must be where Jen keeps her
Hellbox.
paints. Locked. Leech and the Whoosh bags. Never heard of them.
No, you wouldn't have. They don't play much punk on those smooth jazz stations you listen to.
Smooth jazz. I couldn't possibly be that square, even in an alternate timeline.
I couldn't be that square. Junk. Anything in the junk?
That junk looks awfully familiar. 50 years familiar.
Brilliant.
I don't want to go digging through the trash unless I absolutely have to.
Oh, wow.
Jennifer! Jen!
You got a problem?
Oh. Can I borrow some paint? Must be strange. What do you think of the other me? I have a plan to fix Hill Valley.
Hill Valley's totally screwed up, but I got a plan to fix everything.
You do, huh?
I'm gonna go talk to Citizen Brown and get him to make it all better.
That sounds like the kind of plan you'd come up with, weirdo.
Citizen Brown's a really great guy.
You're wasting your breath, Martin. I don't buy into all that happy talk.
No, really, this crazy police state wasn't his idea. It'll all get undone once I have a good talk with him.
You know, I almost feel sorry for you.
Give me a can of spray paint. I got an urge to paint something.
Happy little trees? Get yourself a watercolor kit. I'm not sharing my wall.
Get yourself a watercolor kit. What do you think of the other me?
So do you spend most of your time vandalizing public property?
Don't even think about snitching on me. Unless you want this spray can up your...
No, listen, you got me wrong. I'm looking to, break a few rules myself.
You?
You know where I could score some forbidden materials?
Do I strike you as somebody who would possess illegal substances?
Kinda, yeah.
And you strike me as somebody who would turn in somebody like me. Next topic.
This ban on public displays of affection bites.
Hey, you're talking about my most favoriteest legal infraction of all.
Yeah?
Not with you. Ew.
What do you know about harboring dangerous animals?
So you met my new boyfriend. Oh, lighten up.
This law against public kissing is a load of bull, right?
Yeah, this town is full of it. What are you gonna do?
Protest. That's what. Let's go stage a public kiss-in.
Let's not, and say we did.
Isn't graffiti a major infraction?
You'd think. But after Big Brown had all those buildings coated in that Teflon polymer junk a couple years ago, graffiti's been knocked down to a 2 demerit offense. Go fig.
On second thought, maybe I don't want to know any more about breaking the rules.
Wuss.
Did you get a load of Biff Tannen back there? He's so...
Calm.
Yeah, creeps me out.
You and me both. If that's what the Citizen Plus program's all about, I'll stay a Citizen Minus.
So, Jennifer.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of me?
I don't.
What do you know about the Citizen Plus program?
Only what I hear on TV, and the radio, and the newspapers, and the PA systems all over town. They want everybody to enroll, and they say it'll make us all happy and well-adjusted, which is why I'm gonna stay clear of it.
Seriously, what have you got against me? I'm kind of popular, right?
Very popular among a certain crowd.
What crowd?
Dorks.
Marty McFly a dork? It's impossible. He can't be a dork.
Okay, anyone who talks about himself in the third person is a dork.
My mom and dad.
What about them?
Would you say they're normal?
By Hill Valley standards, yeah. In other words, they're warped beyond repair. Sorry to be the one to break it to you.
Oh, that's nasty, isn't it?
What's the deal, Jennifer? He left me stranded outside the city gates.
Yeah, that was pretty rotten, wasn't it? I'm such a horrible role model. Better get away before I corrupt you.
Go ahead.
I don't know what you got against me in this timeline, lately, but I'm here to make things right. I've missed you, you know?
Take a look at me, Martin. Do I look like the kind of girl that would hang around the president of the Junior Brown Brigade?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I gotta admit, I kinda like you like this.
Oh, barf?
You act like I'm a turnoff, but I don't buy it. We were meant to be together.
Look, just because I let you tag along to a couple of concerts doesn't mean we're Romeo and Juliet. I mean, sure, you're a little cute, but you're into all this honor student crap.
Honor student?
And I'm into more interesting things. And guys.
Are you going out with someone else? I bet I can make you forget him.
Sorry, Martin, but you just don't rate anymore.
Me. Don't be cranky. What interesting.
It won't be long before I see Citizen Brown.
Hey, can I come with you?
Want to see Citizen Brown too?
Yeah. Maybe he can give me a heart when he gives you a brain.
Couldn't hurt to ask. Are you going... Your paint?
Ah!
Oh, gee whiz.
Locked.
Oh, hang on. Check it out.
It's got my name on it. They couldn't do anything with this.
I am a badass. I got the demerit.
It's got my name on it.
I guess not.
Oh, they look like parking tickets. Do I gotta pay a fine or something?
Gee whiz. You can trust. You should really talk to Jennifer in the alley. It really helps me and talked. Your allies, okay, ready. Guess that's it, right?
What is it now?
Your paint?
Ah!
Give me a can of spray paint. I got an urge to paint something.
Happy little trees? Get yourself a watercolor kit. I'm not sharing my wall.
Damn.
I don't want to...
Guess that's it.
Look out, son!
Mom?
This is great. Lorraine.
Mom? Mom!
But are you happy?
Happiness is overrated, Lorraine. I'm content.
Well, I'll think about it.
Mom?
Hi there, Martin. I saw you as I was driving in. Did you hear me honking?
Hill
Mom,
Valley
it can't
Unity.
be you.
Martin, are you all right?
I'm fine. It's just that you're so gray.
Well, isn't that an uplifting way to greet your mother?
Sorry, I just don't...
I guess you're right, though. I am going a little gray. No thanks to your father.
What are you doing out here? Whose golf cart is that?
What's with the golf cart, Mom?
Now, Martin, I know you're embarrassed to be driving around in last year's model, but we really can't afford the 86s yet.
What about my truck?
No one owns a truck in Hill Valley. Martin, are you sure you're feeling okay?
Yeah. I must have had a really vivid dream last night.
Well, I hope your dream world was more fun than this one. Could you do me a favor? I forgot to give your father my timesheet for last week, and now Mr. Nosy is convinced that I'm hiding something from him.
Timesheet?
Aren't they annoying? But Citizen Brown always says, a scheduled life is a happy life. Anywho, could you be a dear and drop it off?
A scheduled life is a happy life.
Actually,
I know, dear. Love you too. I'd give you a kiss, but you know what that gets you. Don't forget to pick me up this evening.
Yeah, sure.
Woo!
I can do this all day, kid.
So can I.
Oh, brilliant.
Mom? I feel like I don't know anybody anymore.
Well, Martin, that could be a sign you need to get out more.
All right, let's talk about some...
Alrighty.
Alright. Apparently he had some wheels. Alright, let's go for a spin. In the Shooter McGavin golf cart.
Well, it's not the truck, but I guess it'll do.
I don't know, John. Isn't this illegal?
What isn't illegal in Hill Valley?
What if Citizen Brown's watching?
Don't worry, nobody can see us here.
He's a peeping Tom. Dad.
He's a peeping Tom.
Warn your old man the next time, okay?
Another day in Hill Valley. The perfect place to live. That wasn't a note of irony in your voice, was it, citizen? Irony? What's that, officer? Move along.
What's going on over here?
Hey, what's my guitar doing out here?
Your mother and I convinced you to give it up, remember? Rock and roll music is frowned on by the Brown administration. It sets a poor example for all the kids and moral gravity. And besides, you're not very good.
Oh, what a bastard. Give me the guitar.
Come on, Dad, I need that guitar. Give me one good reason why I should give it back to you.
Because...
rock and roll's my destiny. I need to impress Jennifer.
A certain girl is only gonna like me if I can play the guitar.
A certain girl? You don't mean...
Jennifer.
Oh, Martin. Why are you fixated on that little hellion? She's nothing but trouble.
Yeah, my kind of trouble.
And besides, the way you play guitar, you're only gonna drive her further Go ahead, son. Do your worst.
Thanks, Dad.
Dude. Go ahead, son. Do your worst.
Brown. Please address me as Mrs. Citizen Brown. I'm sorry.
Floppy
Greetings,
disks.
programs. LeBrock 2.0. Anatomical constructs for sciences of all sorts. Boring.
Wicked. Old school video games. On the old Apple Atari computer thing. Oh. Wow. Demerits.
I'm not sure Dad would approve of me getting demerits. It's a detailed list of my mom's daily activities. She brushed her teeth for 4 minutes this morning.
Hey, demerit. Hey, what for?
I saw Mom downtown. She told me to give this to you.
Thanks.
Say, what gives around here?
Ah, you know, the usual. Keeping tabs on Hill Valley through my trusty bank of monitors. Always on the lookout for some interesting footage.
Who are you working for?
My dad's a snoop? Is this your job, or do you, like, do it for kicks?
What kind of silly question is that? I've been gathering candid documentary footage for Citizen Brown's promotional videos for over a year now. I know your mother doesn't approve of my work, but wait a minute. You say you saw Lorraine? 11 to 12 hair salon, 12 to 12:20 lunch at soup mo counter, cream of asparagus with crackers.
What was that?
You know your mother's problems. If she slips up again, it could mean demerits for the whole family. There she is, polishing the statue in the park. Just like the schedule dictates. Oh, then everything's fine. Good. Unless... How was she when you spoke to her? Lucid? Sober?
Lucid? Sober? Mom's a boozer? I'm not going to rat on Mom. You're being overbearing.
Dad, you are way off here. Mom isn't a...
Shh. I don't know for sure that your mother has relapsed into her old ways, but she's been acting very odd lately, almost as if she didn't like my constant supervision. Confidentially, I suspect she's got a flask hidden somewhere, probably very near the spot where she's working right now. Do me a favor, son, will you? See if you can worm the truth out of her. She won't confide in me, but she may be less guarded with you. Double rations this week if you help your old man out. What do you say? That's a good boy.
Okay, Dad, we need to talk.
Okay, let's do with the house.
What were you hiding when I came in just now?
Hiding? I don't know what you're talking about, son.
Come on, I saw it. It was a videotape, right?
I might as well tell you. After all, you'll be 18 soon.
Tell me what?
Hill Valley under Citizen Brown is not quite the contented town you were led to believe it was.
I don't believe it. No way.
No way.
This isn't a criticism of the great man himself, of course, or his sainted wife, Edna. No one's worked harder than they to apply the most advanced social planning techniques to our municipality. But...
What?
Confidentially, not everybody appreciates it. A great many citizens, perhaps even the majority, actively resent the Brown administration. They don't say so publicly, of course. But in private, well, just listen.
I tell you, Bert, this regime is a joke. They're all laughing at us over in Fairfax.
A toast to Citizen Brown. May his beloved courthouse be struck by lightning. Shh, Agnes, you're awful. Are you coming to the town square, Lester? Citizen Brown's about to give another speech.
Citizen Brown can kiss my hairy...
Well, you get the idea.
Sounds like people can't stand what the Browns have done to Hill Valley.
Not everyone. Only around 50%, maybe 60.
Does Citizen Brown know?
He should. Whenever I send copies of my raw footage to the Public Relations Department over at the courthouse, I get a memo telling me how much Citizen Brown thanks me for my service. But how could he see those videos and not do anything about it?
Maybe you should take your tapes directly to Brown.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, sure, he might appreciate my bringing these problems to his attention and reward me for my public service, but then again, they say it's never wise to be the bearer of bad news.
Bearer of bad news. I'll take the tape to Citizen Brown.
Why don't you give me those videotapes? I'll take them to Citizen Brown.
Thanks for offering, son, but I don't want to get you involved. Citizen Brown won't like what he sees on them, and I wouldn't want you to get the brunt of his displeasure, not to mention the displeasure of all the folks on the tapes. Once they find out I recorded them, no, I'm not letting these tapes out of my sight. It's too dangerous.
What's the deal with the house, Dad?
I don't know how to tell you this, son, but while you were away at your Mathemagic competition, our house got slapped with a CZ-36 violation.
What?
I know, it's so embarrassing. Your mother's mortified. She works so hard to keep a clean house, but those dust mites are so hard to keep down.
Wait a minute, we can't go into the house because of dust mites?
Well, not until they send in the cleanup crew.
This is ridiculous.
Thank goodness they let me move my office out here into the garage.
Kind of reminds me of Otacon on Metal Gear. Otacon.
So, when is this dust mite problem gonna be solved so I can get to all my stuff?
Well, the cleanup crew said they'd probably get around to it by tonight, but they're kind of backed up, so I wouldn't expect them until tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow? Where am I supposed to sleep?
I got it all covered, son. We're gonna camp out back just like we did when you were little.
Okay, this timeline is officially a nightmare.
It's officially a nightmare.
It's about Mom. How'd she get to be such a mess? This isn't how she is in my perfect world.
You're right, it's a real puzzle. Because of course we both know Hill Valley is a perfect world, but for some peculiar reason, the harder I try to get her to conform to the rules, the more she slips up.
She's thinking about signing up for the Citizen Plus program.
Is she now?
You're not gonna let her go through with it, are you?
Well, from what I hear, it's a fairly drastic procedure which completely reshapes the subject's personality. On the other hand, if Citizen Brown recommends it, it's gotta be a good thing.
It's gonna be a good thing.
Something on your mind?
It's about someone we both know.
Yes?
Have you seen Biff lately?
Not since he went to the reconditioning center. Is he back among the living?
Depends on what you mean by living. He's
lucky dog. In a way, it isn't fair that Hill Valley's biggest scofflaw should be the first to receive the benefits of the new Citizens Plus program. But I know I shouldn't be jealous. Something on your mind?
Well, I'll leave you to your snooping.
Supervising, son. Supervising.
Supervising. Supervising.
Good morning, Mrs. Brown. Please
Break some rules.
as Mrs. Citizen Brown. I'm sorry, Mrs.
Lorraine's
Citizen
secret
Brown.
stash.
That's a thing. I worked so hard to get that title.
She might open up if she had a little privacy. George is spying on Lorraine with the camera. And you could reach the camera to block it. Until you're blocking the camera.
Hey, demerit. Hey, what for? Insufficiently polished shoes. Good day, citizen.
Not bad, not bad. Alright, alright. The electric car. Let's just swing on this thing, block the camera with it. Groovy.
I can do this all day, kid.
So can I.
Okay. If only you could reach the camera to block it. Okay, with a little effort, reach the parts of the statue. Reach the parts of the statue.
I can do this all.
So can I.
Anybody hits it again.
What's the problem, citizen?
Mom? Mom, are you drinking again?
Don't be silly, dear. Booze is illegal, you know.
Yeah, Mom. It's just that Dad mentioned...
Your father. Why, I just can't get away from his prying eyes. Always spying, always watching. You mind your own business, George.
Now, Lorraine, this is for your own good. I know you're keeping a secret from me.
It's mine to keep.
Dad,
I know
Mom,
you're keeping a secret from me.
Two. Now, you listen here, young man. This is an adult matter between your mother and me.
Dad, I know, but your way isn't working. You gotta give her some space here.
Huh? Where'd she go?
Mom?
Aha! I knew it. What is that in your hand? Rum? Gin? A wine cooler?
For your information, it's brass cleaner. I have a job to do here, you know.
Brass cleaner.
Lorraine.
No.
Lorraine, I'm just trying to look out for you. You know the kind of trouble we can get into if you're drinking again.
George, I wouldn't be so on edge if you weren't suffocating me all the time.
Was that an admission?
An admission of how smothered I am by you?
Mom? Mom, look, I'm on your side. If you got a problem, I want to help, but this is a choice you gotta make yourself.
Oh, look at you. You're such a sweet boy. I'm so glad you take after me rather than your father.
What, Lorraine? What?
Ugh! I can't live like this!
Dad, you're not helping.
Oh, but I disagree, Martin.
Oh, but I disagree, Martin.
Get it on tape. Once it's on tape, I can show her that she has a problem.
That's ridiculous, Dad. You're acting like this is some kind of sting operation.
Huh? Where'd she go?
Mom?
Aha! I knew it. There. What did you just hide? That was some sort of fruity liqueur.
It's a spray bottle of simple orange for the cleaning I'm trying to do!
Lorraine, I'm sorry. It's just that you're acting so cagey lately. What happened? What the heck am I looking at?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, where'd she go? I know.
Mom, now that Dad isn't watching.
Oh, Martin.
Oh,
Is that a
Martin.
flask, Mom?
Flask? Don't be ridiculous.
Look, it's okay, Mom. Get a hold of yourself.
Oh, your father's right. I'm backsliding. But it's been so hard, what with your brother and sister leaving, and then your father getting obsessed with his monitors, and
Let me take care of the flask. Dad doesn't have to know anything about it.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I couldn't bear the thought of facing your father over this.
Oh, it's great. Good job. She needed to... She's left something behind. Oh, that's right.
This timeline sucks. Mom and Dad are fighting again. Mom's drinking. It's like everything Doc and I ever did to fix things is falling apart. Time to get some attention.
Time to get some attention. Alright. We've got the booze. Now we just need to get caught. No one is dead. To bust you for something. Oh yeah, right.
This was too hard to come by to just throw it away.
Oops.
Hands up, citizen. Assume the position.
Here goes nothing.
Assume the position.
There better be apple juice in this.
Why don't you open it and find out?
Don't get smart with me. I knew you were no good, McFly.
Officer Parker, what seems to be the problem here?
Citizen McFly, ma'am. Came strolling up with a 181B violation in his pocket.
A 181B violation.
You, young citizen, where did you get that booze?
Nowhere?
Is he being smart with me?
Yeah, he played that attitude on me as well.
Can we just fast forward the lecture and just get this over with already? No.
Officer, demerit him severely. And as for the alcohol, drop it into the recycling bin.
With pleasure, ma'am.
With pleasure, ma'am.
Now, keep your nose clean, or you'll find yourself in front of Citizen Brown.
Yeah. Trying making some friends with a stray dog. Is it Einstein? Copernicus. Need to lure him out of hiding. Getting any kind of food. Talk to the clerk and see if you can't get yourself a free sample. Okay, some clerk. Some clerk, okay. Oh, hello.
Okay. Welcome to Soupmo, where soup is just... Oh, it's you. This better be important, McFly.
Leech, was that Jennifer?
Well, A, it's none of your business, and B, seeing as she ain't your chick no more, yeah.
Okay, now this timeline is really pissing me off.
What's with the sneezing?
Where are the free samples?
Here, I keep them behind the counter.
Oh, God.
If you puke, you're cleaning it up, wuss.
I can't finish this.
Not my problem.
What are those things?
Those are the liver and peas with soy cheese hot dogs.
Ew.
You and me both, brown noser.
What the hell are these?
You got a cold or something?
Ugh, it's allergies. I swear there's a dog hanging out around here somewhere.
A dog?
Yeah, and the stupid mutt keeps trying to steal my free samples.
See ya.
Smell you later.
Oh.
Hey!
Copernicus.
Go get him, McFly!
Ah, Fujita-san! Konnichiwa! McFly! You are terminated!
Decency prevents me from leaving this here.
We
Gotta be hiding in here somewhere.
free samples. Come on, take it easy.
Stay put now, boy. Wherever you are. Not a sign of him. I don't want to go digging through the trash unless I absolutely have to. Decency prevents... I don't want to go digging through...
Where the hell did he go?
Give me a can of spray paint.
Happy little...
He's too clever for that. If only the dog had left tracks. Oh, okay.
It would look better blue. I don't want to go digging through the trash unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah?
Your paint...
Ah!
Whoops. Sorry.
Decency. Not interested.
Alright. Guess we have to go back and forth, maybe. Oh, here he goes. Go back again.
Now we're in business.
Alright, now we're in business.
Decency. I outsmarted you, didn't I? Ah, don't be like that, Einie.
Damn. Einstein's a savage beast.
Look, Einie, I've got a treat for you. Attaboy. Now hold still. See? I'm not such a bad guy, right? Whoa, okay. I guess I've won you over. I wish they were all this easy. Huh? What is it, boy? Einstein, wait! No! No!
Oh, rabies! Rabies, help!
Back! Down! Sit! Play dead!
Officer Parker, subdue that beast at once!
Einstein, sit!
Einstein? Oh,
Einstein.
if he bites me, you'll be in a world of trouble, citizen.
Copernicus!
Wait, I know that creature. Officer Parker, that's the stray that keeps escaping the kennel. I thought he was muzzled.
I took the muzzle off.
You what?
That's right, he's my dog now.
Citizen, you are in violation of Statute 357K.
Parker, demerit this hooligan at once. I'll return this creature to the kennel.
Yes, ma'am.
Demerit this hooligan.
Wretched beasts.
Don't worry, Einie. Once I fix all this, you'll be back with Doc and romping through time.
Now stay out of trouble, unless you want a visit from Citizen Brown.
Unless you want a visit from Citizen Brown. Alright. Let's try the electric katana, eh?
Check this out.
What? You swiped your big brother's guitar? Is that supposed to impress me?
It's not my brother's, it's mine.
Yeah, sure. And you'd play it for me, only you don't have an amp.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Pathetic.
Oh, damn. We need an amplifier. Damn, where the hell do I get an amplifier? Guess this one back at home.
Attention, citizens! This domicile is in violation of Civic Ordinance CZ-36 and has been placed in protective quarantine until corrective measures can be taken. Please back away from the house and have a nice day.
What the hell?
Don't violate the perimeter, son.
Another day in Hill Valley. The perfect place to live. That wasn't a note of irony in your voice, was it, citizen? Irony?
Another day.
What's that, officer? Move along.
Damn, how are we gonna get an amplifier? Ah, for a battle, I see. Why don't you get him out here for a battle? Let's go get some munchies real quick.
Go! Brilliant!
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
It's cool.
Finish the job, James. Blow them all to hell.
You still just hanging out playing Nintendo?
Look at that.
They got the monkeys. They were a major influence on the Beatles.
Yeah, I know. It's your choice. Yes. And it's the choice of a new generation.
The door, Alec. There's a draft.
Yeah?
Leech is a wastoid. Come on, Jen. It's you and me.
He's a
Come on,
wastoid.
McFly. We might have had a thing for about 10 minutes, but you're not even in the same league as Leech.
It should have been like needles or something.
You and Leech, Jennifer?
Hey, don't badmouth Leech. There's a lot more to him than soup, you know.
Like what?
For one thing, he wields an axe like nobody's business.
So you got yourself a new guitar player.
What can I say? I'm a girl who appreciates a hot lick.
Yeah, I remember. Come on, Jennifer. Nobody in town plays guitar like me.
I'm talking electric guitar, Martin. I'm gonna be honest, the ukulele has to go.
The ukulele?
I can outplay your loser boyfriend any day of the week.
You're that desperate to get to first base.
Did you say first or fourth?
I'd give you 2.5. But first you gotta prove you've got better fingers than Leech. You ready to throw down?
I was born ready.
You got a guitar?
Never leave home without it.
Hold on.
You can knock on my door anytime.
Hold it, we got company.
McFly, what's that was doing here?
He says he can outplay you. I told him, there's no one in Hill Valley better than you. Wanna go prove it?
The Ring of Rock?
Don't crush him too bad. Just teach him a lesson.
You cut my cord, you asshole.
Somebody should have cut it a long time ago, McFly. The winner and undefeated champion of Hill Valley.
Claim your prize, champ.
Well, back to work. See you, loser.
I can't believe you'd let him get away with that. He totally broke the rules.
There are no rules in rock and roll, Martin. That's why a guy like you shouldn't compete.
Watch out, he cheats. With his amp knocked over. Okay. Alright. Try that again.
Yeah?
I want a rematch.
Ooh, you got nerve, McFly. You really want to be humiliated like that again?
Nothing but a poser. I got the technique.
Do you now?
Want a sample?
Maybe. If you can beat Leech.
I already swatted you once, McFly. Shouldn't you be lying in the gutter?
I was, but then your mom threw me out. What'd you say, my mother?
Try not to leave any scars, baby.
Hey, you looking for a fight?
We just had one. I beat you. Again. Well, that was fun. I'll see you later.
Love is a battlefield.
Damn it. We're gonna win this time.
Yeah?
Leech might think he's got chops, but I invented rock and roll.
Ooh, nice axe. Your mommy buy that for you?
Again?
What can I say? I'm a glutton for punishment.
Then ye shall feast.
To the victor go the hickeys.
There's a scissor kick.
Hey, you looking for a fight?
We just had one. I beat you. Again.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. I'll see you later.
Love is a battlefield.
What have I got to do? Get Leech to knock over his own amp. He might also be able to get him to trip himself up on a curious platform. Alright. We'll try that again.
Yeah?
Leech might think he's got chops, but I invented rock and roll.
Ooh, nice axe. Your mommy buy that for you?
Looks like someone can't take crushed for an answer.
Got it, I see him. Oh no. Screwed it up again, didn't I?
Hey, you looking for a fight?
We just had one.
Bloody hell.
Well, that was...
Love is...
Oh, what a heap of shit. I can't believe I've got to hit that shit again.
Yeah?
Alright.
Leech might...
Ooh.
Looks like...
Gonna make those right moves. As long as he doesn't get near my guitar amp, I think we should be okay. Huh. All right.
Martin McFly, that was totally awesome.
What can I say? Some guys got it and some guys don't.
You broke my headstock.
I think I've got a new idol. Come here.
Wait, I got a better idea. What was it you called me? A square?
A girl's entitled to make a mistake, isn't she? Oh. Oh.
Hooliganism! Delinquency!
Delinquency!
I just
Hooliganism.
caught these two degenerates violating statute number...
Jennifer!
Daddy! 476D!
Open mouths?
Tongues!
You've gone too far, Jennifer.
What's the big deal? It's only hormones.
Stop! We don't use words like that in this town.
I'll deal with you later, young lady. We're gonna have to have a long talk about the Citizen Plus program.
What?
Oh, come on.
Officer, give Mr. McFly a 476D's worth of demerits.
Oh, wow.
I'll tend to your wayward
Yes,
daughter.
ma'am. And this is for getting my daughter in trouble with Citizen Edna. Now keep out of trouble, or Citizen Brown will come down on you like a brick wall.
McFly!
Citizen Brown.
Hey, Jennifer. Are you still angry with me?
The soup du jour.
The threat of being Citizen Plus was worth it just to see my dad's veins go all purple like that.
That sounds good. I think I'll go with
gotta
that
go.
one.
Jeez, Martin, what's gotten into you? Booze, dogs, necking in public? It's like you're a different guy today. A way cooler guy.
I know this is gonna be hard to believe, but I'm the same guy I've always been. It's everyone else who's messed up. And stop calling me Martin. It's Marty.
Well, Marty, what's next on the agenda? Knocking over banks?
Maybe. What's a guy gotta do to get in trouble around here?
I think you're about to find out.
You, citizen.
Get out of here, Jen.
Not a problem.
Are you Martin Seamus McFly?
Yes?
We have a warrant for your detention.
Detention?
You've accrued over 15,000 demerits in the past 24 hours.
Cool.
Is it, young Mr. McFly? Is being branded as a criminal of weak moral character cool?
I'm not weak.
But you are in a heap of trouble.
Trouble?
Oh my, yes.
You're only in trouble if you get
We're
caught.
here to take care of you.
Like your Citizen Plus program took care of Biff?
Perhaps. The program is in need of new volunteers. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, let's see what Citizen Brown has to say about your particular strain of antisocial behavior.
You're taking me to Citizen Brown?
Immediately. Officers, away with him.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
It's about time.
I always knew your goody two-shoes A+ student act was too good to be true.
All right. And it's Einstein instead of Big Lions. Duck.
Come in, citizen.
Doc.
Martin McFly, age 18, resident of Sector L, Father George, Mother Lorraine, president of the Junior Brown Brigade, recipient of a full-ride scholarship to Strickland College, winner of the Courthouse Challenge Deportment Award, 0 demerits until this morning. The obvious question, Mr. McFly, is... what happened to you?
It was the only way I could see you.
You gotta believe me, Doc. I only did it to get your attention.
Doc, interesting. You regard me as a doctor, indicating awareness that you're suffering from some variety of mental disorder. That's a hopeful sign, Martin. Of course, I'm not actually a doctor, but I do have the tools to turn you around and put you back on the road to societal normalization. Shall we begin with a few questions to establish a baseline?
Forget questions. You're the one who needs to turn around.
Explain.
I know this is gonna be hard for you to swallow, Doc, but I'm not from around here. I'm from a different timeline where Hill Valley isn't all screwed up and there aren't these crazy rules and my dad's not a snoop and my mom's not a drunk and you're my best friend in the whole space-time continuum.
An old fogey like me? Your best friend?
Yes! And Doc, I need you to get me back there.
So you believe this interview is really more about me than you?
Yes!
You went to all this trouble just to deliver a message to me in person?
Yes!
A cry for help, as it were.
Yes! No, wait.
Tell me, Martin, is your mother on the sauce again?
Is your mother on the sauce again? Not where
I come from. When I left here, both my parents were happy and well-adjusted. Okay, they didn't start out that way, but that's where your time machine comes in.
Time machine?
Yeah, Doc, listen to me. You don't remember it, but you built a time machine out of a DeLorean.
Why?
Why?
Well, just for the hell of it, I guess. Plus, the steel frame of the DeLorean dispersal, I don't know. It was important for some reason.
Fascinating.
Yes, it is fascinating. It's amazing. It's incredible. But you don't know it because you've never invented it. You're not the real Doc Brown. You gotta believe me.
And this is because?
Everything got screwed up when I went back in time to 1931.
Sounds like this time machine is a very impractical and dangerous invention.
No, I mean, yes. What I mean is it's messed up a lot of things, but first, it made a lot of things better. Like my mom and my dad. It was only thanks to your time machine that they ever became successful and happy.
So they're happy.
But they're not, because you summoned me back in time and somehow your timeline got messed up and everybody else is along with it.
I see.
No, you don't. Think back. Don't you remember me? We knew each other when you were 18. I'm Harry Callahan.
Incredible. This case is more serious than I'd imagined. The boy has fabricated an alternate reality.
This is the alternate reality.
No, this is the alternate reality. My reality is the real reality.
Calm down, Martin. I'm not blaming you for anything. The failure is ours, not yours. Obviously, there was a drastic flaw in your social conditioning.
Yeah, you don't understand.
No, I don't understand yet, but I want to. I want to get at the root of your problem. Keep talking.
Keep talking.
Take your time. Look around the room. Perhaps something here will stimulate your memory.
Okay, take a look at this picture of Einstein here.
The dog. Harboring dangerous animals is a municipal offense.
Yeah, they told me. But you harbored this very same animal once, a long time ago. Remember the test run of your rocket car? Einstein landed on the roof of the courthouse.
I do recall something of the sort, but naturally it couldn't have been the same dog.
wasn't anything natural about it. Einstein's a time traveler too, thanks to your invention.
An impressively detailed illusion. Keep talking.
Something about that clock looks familiar. Something about that clock.
Movie ticket.
Still got
See
the movie
Frankenstein.
ticket.
Indeed I do. A memento of my first date with Edna. I took her to see The Virtuous Husband.
And you never saw Frankenstein. You were supposed to go see Frankenstein that night. It was gonna give you the inspiration you needed to pull off your big demonstration at the Hill Valley Expo.
Inspired by Frankenstein? How whimsical, not to mention historically inaccurate. My darling wife is all the scientific muse I've ever needed. From my successful demonstration at the 31 Expo all the way up to my cutting-edge Citizen Plus program.
Successful? It was supposed to be a failure.
Supposed to be a failure.
I can't tell if it's a guy celebrating a touchdown or chained up in a gulag. Glass half full, Marty. Half full.
Send them to the gulag.
So that's what Judge Brown looked like. I never actually saw him.
Of course not. He died before you were born. He was my biggest supporter, after my wife, of course.
That's a switch. Last time I saw your younger self, you and your dad had just had a big falling out over your decision to become an inventor instead of a lawyer. Isn't that right?
Bizarre fantasy life. Go on. Proceed.
Go on, proceed. Maybe I can give him the notebook here.
Check this out, Doc. It's all your notes about the flux capacitor, your greatest invention.
That can't be my notebook. The handwriting is far too sloppy.
Oh, gee whiz. There's some stuff in the office that would surely convince telling the truth. Ah. I spy my little blue eye, young Emmett and his father, a fish tank from the past, a movie ticket. A fish tank. Alright.
Hey, this is your fish tank.
Yes, that is my fish tank.
It looks much better without all the bacteria.
What? Edna just had it cleaned.
Yeah, but in 1931 it was full of bacteria that we used to make rocket fuel. Remember?
Stop trying to confuse me!
Remember?
My whole life has been dedicated to the practical use of technology to shape a more efficient, orderly society. Ask anyone. It's a fact. You can look it up.
But you know better, right? Emmett?
Wrong. Do you see this picture? I keep it close by me to remind me of the moment when my life's course became clear. August 25th, 1931. The day I single-handedly captured Kit Tannen, the scourge of Hill Valley.
Single-handedly?
And not, incidentally, the day I caught the eye of Edna Strickland, my scientific muse and the love of my life. Take a look. What you see there is a young man who understands his destiny.
That's not what I see.
What do you see?
What do you see? What do I see? Arthur McFly. Oh.
Remember him?
Arthur McFly. Your grandfather, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you and I served a subpoena to him back in 31.
Preposterous.
Wow, I never noticed this before, but Edna definitely had the hots for you, didn't she?
Hots, yes. Edna was the first member of the fair sex to see something special in me.
She saw something, all right, and she ran with it. Looks to me like a kid who's all psyched about his new invention.
That's where you're wrong. Although my rocket car had accidentally captured Kid Tannen, it was also a widely impractical and dangerous idea that would have triggered unimaginable consequences had I pursued it further. Luckily, Edna came along and channeled my newfound fame into more practical pursuits.
Oh, wow.
Could that be? I think it is.
What?
It's me, and you, the other you.
It is me. And you. But how? Harry? It's impossible.
Oh, this is great.
No, it's science. Your science, Doc.
It's science.
Other world. The one you say you come from. Am I happy there?
Very happy. You've got 2 great sons.
Sons?
Yes, and a fantastic wife.
Not Edna?
Not even remotely. And your invention. Jeez, Doc, you can go anywhere you want to. Anywhere in time. You're the luckiest guy in the universe.
And what about Hill Valley?
Hill Valley? You know it's got problems. A little bit of urban decay here, a little bit of crime there. It's a normal city. People are happy, mostly. And even when they're miserable, they're not miserable like they are in your Hill Valley.
Stop! There are no miserable people in my Hill Valley.
Give me a break. You don't really believe.
My citizens lead lives of order and peace. Nobody worries. Nobody complains.
Only because they were afraid to. Jeez, open your eyes, will you? You and Edna have got them all terrorized.
That's Mrs. Brown to you, Sonny.
Doc.
Kindly
Doc.
address me as Your Honor. We worked for over 50 years, my wife and I. Every waking moment devoted to ridding Hill Valley of vice and disorder. And you dare to claim that our citizens are unhappy?
Yeah, I do. I've seen it. They're just too afraid to speak up.
Afraid? Afraid of what?
Afraid of the consequences of their actions, Doc. You run this place like it's a police state.
Nonsense.
I can prove it.
All right then, time travel boy. You do that. And until you do, I'm going to treat your wild story as just that. A story told by a madman. And I've determined that the best treatment is simply to let the insanity run its course.
So, is the interview over? Should I leave?
Please do. I'm very busy. I've got a city to run.
Fine, but I'll be back with proof.
Oh, well. Gonna come back with proof.
Doc wants proof that Hill Valley isn't the perfect place he thinks it is. One smoking gun coming up. Dad!
Pop out the tape, son. I think it's done rewinding.
Whoa, whoa, take it easy. Sit here.
Guess I blacked out for a minute there. Fell out of my chair.
Fell nothing. Somebody whacked you.
Whacked me? Impossible. We take great pride in the fact that incidences of physical violence in Hill Valley have fallen to virtually
Who did it? Can you tell me?
This can't be happening.
There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere.
It was Biff.
WOPR. A Whopper. I wonder what that stands for. The monitor's dead. The monitor's dead. The monitor's... Dad, that's not one of our bats, is it?
No. No. McFlys never use aluminum bats. Curious.
Oh, wait, don't touch it. It's evidence.
Of what? Oh, why would anyone do a thing like that to a nice Sector L citizen like me?
What's the last thing you remember?
I was sitting right here, copying another incriminating scene onto my tapes. My tapes! What happened to my tapes?
Stay calm, Dad.
Are they on the floor? Do you see them? They're in a box marked raw footage.
Copying incriminating tapes.
Here it is. Raw footage.
Thank heavens.
Wait a minute.
You see, I told you were just jumping to conclusions. All these dark suspicions about thieves and attackers when all the time it was just...
empty.
What?
There's no tapes.
But I'm sure they were in there before.
Before whoever it was whacked you in the head and took them.
Oh my gosh, I've been mugged. Mugged in Hill Valley. They can't get away with it. Oh!
Don't worry, Dad. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Who could have done this to me?
It was Biff, I bet.
Who's been making trouble for you since, like, forever? Biff!
Biff? Ever since the Browns took an interest in him back in the 50s, he hasn't caused me a lick of trouble. Besides, thanks to the Citizen Plus program, he's as gentle as a kitten these days. Oh, it's no use. The tapes are gone. All I can do is hope against hope they don't surface and land me in trouble.
Come on, Dad. We can't just give up.
Let's start grilling people.
I mean, maybe there's some more clues around here.
What's the use? Even if we find out who took the tapes, we're not going to be able to get them back without attracting attention to ourselves.
There's gotta be something we could do to get our hands on those tapes.
Well, we can make new ones.
We can?
Sure. It may take a while, but if you're willing to help your old man out, it shouldn't take us more than, say, 6 months.
6 months? But I need those tapes now.
You need the tapes.
6 months, gosh.
What I mean is... I gotta give it to Citizen Brown. I told him I was gonna furnish him with proof that Hill Valley isn't as happy as he thinks it is when I was in his office, just before I came here.
You had an interview with Citizen Brown?
It wasn't easy to get, believe me. I had to break all kinds of rules.
You've been breaking rules?
Harboring stray dogs, kissing girls in public, getting caught with Mom's flask.
That is the most far-fetched story I've ever heard.
It's true.
You forget I'm your father. I know your history.
Yeah, well, history's changed.
Prove it.
History's changed. Alright. Your delinquent behavior. Alright.
Read him and weep.
Demerits, but
it was the only way.
I don't understand.
Dad, listen to me. I mean, really listen. You and I both know that things aren't right here. Citizen Brown might have started with good intentions, but his Hill Valley's just made everybody miserable.
Shh! You said that to him?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, there go our privileges.
No, wait. I got him to listen, Dad, and he's gonna make things right for you and Mom and all of us. I can't explain how. You're just gonna have to trust me on this.
Okay.
But first I have to show him your tapes to prove my point.
Oh, no. No.
Dad.
This scheme of yours, maybe you know what you're doing, I can't say. But leave me out of
Dad.
it. I don't like trouble. I can't handle it. It's not in my genes.
But...
do it for your family.
do it for your father.
My father?
Yeah, Arthur McFly.
I know his name.
Didn't he have something to do with putting away Kid Tannen, you know, way back when?
Yes. Yes, he did. Where'd you hear about that? It was way back before Citizen Brown cleaned up the town, before I was even born. Everyone lived in terror of Kid Tannen and his goons. But Dad stood up to him. He had evidence of Kid's guilt, see, and he risked his life to deliver it to the authorities. Never be afraid to do the right thing. That's what he always used to tell me.
And what are you doing?
Trying to remember which is the right feed.
Feed to what?
To the surveillance camera, the one in the yard.
Wait a minute. You have a surveillance camera trained on yourself?
Of course, gotta cover all bases. Help me figure out which monitor I'm on.
That doesn't look right. That it?
You're looking for the one that's trained on us.
Oh, wait, never mind.
Low left. Now switch. Those old school VCRs.
Let me get this straight. You captured this whole attack on tape?
Of course! Surveillance is what I do!
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Come on, son. Stop dawdling and help me track down that feed. Try flipping the switches.
I feel like I missed something here.
There, that looks like us. So the surveillance tape must be on this VCR. This must be before the attack. Let's see. I remember cleaning the playback heads at 5:30. The attack couldn't have been very long after.
Oh, it's Biff!
It's
But
Biff!
it can't be him. The Citizens Plus program has rendered him as gentle as a kitten. Huh? I can't understand it. That's not the way he's supposed to behave. Why, even the old Biff would never...
Wait, what's that weird flashing on his wrist?
Let's find out. I knew this zoom and enhance feature would come in handy someday. Cost me a bundle at the hobby shop.
It's his digital watch. I wonder why it's doing that. Hey, wait, stop the picture. Can you zoom in anymore? X11.
You know what that means?
Not yet.
Lorraine!
Don't lay into me, George. I've got something very important to say, and then I'm going to be leaving again.
I've got something important to say, too. I was attacked
It's
and
always
robbed.
about you, isn't it? You can't just wait and listen to my news. Oh, no. You have to go and beat me to the punch.
That's right. You two sort things out. I've got some business to attend to.
I'm more together than I've been in months, George. For your information, I haven't had a drink all day.
Biff!
Whoa, settle down there, fella.
You beat up my dad.
Do we have a problem here, citizens?
No, officer. Just a little misunderstanding. I'm sure we could work it out. Right, Martin?
Sure.
Okay. Let me know if you need any help, Mr. Tannen.
Now let's see if we can get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, let's.
Where's my dad's secret tapes?
What'd you do with my dad's secret videotape?
Secret videotape?
You know, the one that shows how people are fed up with all these screwy rules and laws.
You lost me, Martin. But that tape sounds dangerous. It should probably be dumped in the recycling bin.
Oh.
So you really don't know anything about my dad's secret tape?
Oh no, I'd never walk around with subversive material like that.
Oh wow.
Why'd you hurt my dad, Biff? He never did anything to you in this timeline.
Biff!
Timeline? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. I saw you on camera.
But I can't hurt anybody. Thanks to Citizen Plus, I blow chunks whenever I even think about doing bad stuff. See?
If you didn't beat up my dad, then where have you been for the last couple of hours?
Well, I was...
What?
That's strange. I don't remember.
You don't remember.
What's the last thing you remember before your memory lost?
Well, I was handing out flyers for the Citizen Plus program, just like I'd been doing all day. I just finished giving some leftover bologna to a cute little squirrel when Miss Edna came by.
Edna?
Yeah, she wanted to run a diagnostic on my Citizen Plus watch. I must have fallen asleep or something, because when she was done, it was an hour later. And then your mom came by.
Biff, your watch. Does X11 mean anything to you?
X11? Is that a new band or something? I don't go in for that new hippity-hoppity stuff.
It's not a band, Biff. It's a mode on your Citizen Plus watch.
Weird. I've never seen it look like that. Heck, I can barely get this thing to stop blinking. See? Cool. Hey, I didn't know you could do that.
Biff? Okay, that's weird. Did you attack my dad? Now we're getting somewhere. Could you, touch your toes? What's wrong with you? Why'd you attack my dad? Do the chicken dance. Yeah, he's hypnotized, all right.
Do the chicken dance.
Where's my dad's tape? Recycling bin? You must have been hypnotized. Who put you up to this? Guess that'll have to wait until after I get the tape. Could you do me a favor and go get my dad's tape?
Not bad.
Hey, Mr. Tannen. What's up? Is that McFly kid bothering you? Hey!
Is that McFly kid bothering you?
Hey!
Whoa! Holy smokes. What happened to him?
I don't know. No one's ever jumped into the recycling bin before.
Well, where does it go?
That information is above my pay grade. Oh, jeez. I'm in a lot of trouble now. Don't move a muscle, McFly. I gotta go tell Citizen Brown about this.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Well, here goes nothing.
Gosh,
Nobody
man,
ever goes
did I do
in.
something wrong?
Nobody ever
I
goes
do
out.
something? Mr. Tannen, I put a lot of work into honing you as the first Citizen Plus. What on earth possessed you to assault a police officer and dive headfirst into the recycling bin?
Did I do all that?
Lord, I thought your father was dim.
No, really. I don't remember doing anything like that. The last thing I remember, I was showing that nice McFly kid my watch. Then, blam, I'm down here and you're yelling at me.
McFly?
McFly.
Strickland.
Oh, hi, Martin.
McFly.
Give me the tapes, Edna.
Mr. Tannen, please restrain our guest.
Biff, stop!
Oh shit.
Stop! Oh no. Come on, Biff, snap out of it. Come on, Biff, snap out of it. Ah! Hey, look over there. It's beer.
Beer? Huh?
Tannen, focus.
Oof.
I should have.
Come on, Biff, snap out of it. Ah!
Beer.
Novelties? Biff, whoopee cushions. You never had much of a sense of humor. Einstein?
Doggy? What's going on?
Biff Howard Tannen, obey your programming. You see, Mr. McFly, thanks to the enhancements I've made to the Citizen Plus program, I can bring even the most rabid of dogs to heel. It's no use struggling, Mr. McFly. With his theta-amplified state, Mr. Tannen is more than a match for your youthful vigor.
Pinball parts? Biff, aren't those your favorite cigars?
Cubans? Where am I?
Tannen, I didn't go behind
Tannen!
your Emmy husband's back so you could wallow in your vices.
Ow.
Porn.
Girly mags.
Boobies.
Boobies.
Tannen, listen to me.
Babes.
Babes.
Booze.
Booze.
What the Mommy?
Tannen, get up, you useless slacker.
Come on, Edna, give the poor jerk a break.
A break? You sound like my wishy-washy husband, always trying to find the good in people, never wanting to accept the fact that some people are just born bad.
Maybe, but that doesn't give you the right to turn them into zombies. Now, give me my dad's tapes so I can...
You mean those tapes I erased while you were struggling with my zombie?
What?
Gosh.
Come on.
Utopias are fragile things, Mr. McFly. Especially when overseen by minds as distractible as my husband's.
No. No.
Edna!
Doc?
Emmett, what are you doing here?
I came down here to investigate a troubling report involving Mr. Tannen.
Doc, you gotta stop her. She...
Silence!
Silence!
Okay.
I was concerned there might be a flaw in my Citizen Plus program. Imagine my surprise when I found my wife perverting my life's work. Is this what it's all been about, Edna? All those years? All our struggles to cure society's illnesses? Just to create a world where free will can be turned off with a flick of a switch?
Oh, please, Emmett. You wanted this just as much as I did. Remember? If only we could tell someone to stay off the grass, and so help us, they would never tread foot on a well-manicured lawn again. That's what Citizen Plus does. It makes rules unbreakable. I only gave it the slightest of changes.
Enough! We will not have this discussion here.
But...
Go home and wait for me.
Fine.
Fine.
Doc.
Father, what have I done?
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Doc, don't be so hard on yourself. This Hill Valley may be a little messed up. Okay, a lot messed up, but you were just trying to help people.
Or was I just entranced by the challenge of transforming the human psyche like so many chemicals?
I'm sorry about Edna, Doc. She didn't seem so bad back in 1931.
No, she wasn't. When we were first dating, she was so spirited, principled, compassionate. When did I lose her?
Your father wouldn't blame you.
I'm sure he wouldn't blame you for all this, Doc.
He was so happy when I gave up my childish dreams in favor of Edna's more practical pursuits. Are you proud of me now, Father? Ah, enough wallowing. What's done is done. It's time to look forward.
Maybe, but maybe not.
What?
Your notebook from the other timeline.
Not this foolishness again.
Look, you can use it to repair the time machine and fix all this so it never happened. Everyone could be back the way they're supposed to be. You, Edna, Jennifer, my parents. Doc, you once told me if you put your mind to it, you could accomplish anything. Well, accomplish this.
There's a lot of empty pages.
The only one you need is right here.
The flux capacitor.
Great Scott. Martin, this could work. It'll take time, of course, but once it's done, we'll have all the time in the world. Ha ha!
Doc?
Martin, we must get started at once. Come on!
Can we bring Einie along?
The dog. Yes, of course. You know, I used to love dogs before Edna came along.
You don't say.
I'll go ahead and start preparing a lab. Edna will be furious, but who cares? We've got a time machine to fix.
Alright. Woohoo! We get a time machine to fix. Escape from Biff. Come on, Einie.
Don't worry, boy. I'll get you out of here in no time. What is it, Einie?
McFly.
Oh shit. Hey Biff, what the
Hey,
hell is
Biff.
that?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Better than I've been in a long time, you know?
So you remember...
That witch making me do stuff? Yeah, she'll get what's coming to her. No one tells Biff Tannen what to do. No one.
Hey, I'm the guy who snapped you out of it.
Really? Because all I remember is a punk kid who thought it'd be funny to make me jump down a hole.
Ah. Down, Biff. Stay. All right.
McFly.
Oh, crap.
All right, McFly. Time to race the music.
Bass. It's bass the music, you idiot.
Space.
Is that supposed to scare me or something?
Gosh, what am I doing?
I hope I don't run out of rock. Get him, Miney.
Get him, Miney. Oh, far out. What am I meant to do?
Get him, Miney.
Defeat Biff. Einstein can help you here. Into a hazardous position. Okay, talk to Einstein. Stick him on Biff. And then don't panic. Okay, panic. It's close enough to the roulette table. Let him have it. Gosh, interesting. How do we do this?
Miney, stick him.
Then we hit him with the manure truck.
Place your bets.
What the?
Place your bets.
Let's get out of here, Einey. Doc, sorry I took so long. Biff came around and jumped me. I totally laid him out with the old ruler.
Martin McFly.
Edna?
It's almost impressive how many years of work and planning you nearly ruined in just a few short hours.
Where's Doc?
Oh, Doc.
Where's Doc?
My husband is in a better place.
Better place? What have you done to him?
Relax, Martin. We've got everything under control.
Oh wow, it's like Clockwork Orange. That's so cool. Oh wow, to be continued right there. Brilliant episode, brilliant episode. It's got like Fallout vibes, it's got Clockwork Orange vibes going, it's great. Kind of reminds me of like Day of the Tentacle as well.
I'm a Marty McFly from an alternate timeline.
Edna, why?
Because you're weak, Emmett.
What can I say? She's my muse.
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
It's almost embarrassing how devoted he is to me.
You gotta believe me, Jennifer. This whole town's gone crazy, and Citizen Brown and I are the only ones who can fix it.
There is no future for us.
To be continued. Double Visions coming soon. That was great. Yeah, it feels a bit like Day of the Tentacle as well. Where's George McFly? Where's George McFly? Oh, that was great. Gotta love Back to the Future. Alright, we started off a bit late, but hey, we did it. We completed it. There goes another one to the bank. And, peace and love, peace and love. We'll be back.
Go! Brilliant!
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.